All right, so this is episode 30 of the Master of None podcast. Wow, can't believe I'm at 30 episodes. Soon I'll be at 30 years of life. Can't wait. Oh my god. Actually, the age of 30 might be when I start drinking again. Taking a big hiatus, and I might reconvene at 30, or at least decide what I'm going to do at 30. We'll see. Anyway, so to start things off, going for the chess portion, it was a super successful tournament this past Saturday, the East Atlanta Chess Championship. We had 40 people, break even was 25. I did a new idea, kind of like an extended lunch break. So the way it worked was rounds at 10, 12, and then basically the longest your game can go is from 12 to 2 p.m. And round 3 was at 4 p.m. So I gave people basically 2 hours to get lunch, do whatever you got to do, go home, take a nap for some people. A lot of positive responses. I might make it a little bit shorter instead of making it 2 hours. I might make it an hour. That's something that we have to talk about and see. Overall, though, having an extended lunch break is a great idea. There was a lot of people who finished early, went home. I know one old guy said he took a nap, ate some food, felt great the second half of the tournament. So that was wonderful. Now, maybe a side effect of this extended lunch break was the Blitz tournament was a little, I think, underachieving. We had 10 people. I was shooting for 20. It seemed like a lot of people were tired. Even the people the people who won the tournament, they didn't even stay. If those people are tired, that means people are pretty tired. So definitely gonna have to figure out how to improve that next time. I think just the fact that we had one tournament, and if we try to make it regular, people will get accustomed to the fact that there's a Blitz tournament. I'm sure a lot of people didn't even realize, even though I did make announcements, or they just weren't mentally ready for it. I think the more times the tournament happens, the more, one, just turnout overall is going to be higher, but also for the Blitz tournament and for everything else. So not really stressing that too much, just different things to work on. Remember, just because it's a good event doesn't mean you can't improve certain areas, because the goal is to make it a great event, not just a good event. So just like a chess game, any area that I can improve, I will be working to improve. Now, what else? Kind of a funny story. The guy who won was this 14-year-old kid, Ethan Sheehan, really strong chess player, has a lot of knowledge, studies a lot, prepares hard. I remember during lunchtime, he was like, "Hey, I don't have I think his parents make him pay for everything, at least for chess, which I think is a great practice, and it makes him work hard and be just very careful with money instead of life is sunshine and rainbows." I think he had $10.50, and he was like, "How much is the sub? If it's $10.51, I can't get it." And I was like, "Buddy, don't worry. If it's anything extra, I'll pay for it." And he ended up going from $10.50 to $500. He won first place. So now Ethan is rich. He's happy. He was super excited, gained rating. He got to beat some good people, had a really good tournament, went 4-0, and was just so happy. He even thanked us for letting him sit with us during lunch, which is really sweet and very nice. And I really think he can make Grandmaster. I think he has the potential. He has the passion for chess, so it'd be really cool to see that. Just another thing with these tournaments and just kind of creating a community in this East Atlanta or just this Georgia chess. I'm really already starting to think about the next generation of chess players. I want more grandmasters to come out of Georgia, more just ambitious, strong chess players. And that means running tournaments and really encouraging these people to play and travel and do more. And that's definitely one super exciting thing that I'm seeing out of running this tournament. Also with my students, I'm really starting to gear toward only teaching very serious chess players. And the ones that are serious, I am putting 110% effort into making them better, just being very professional. I will go more in depth during the student section, but I'm starting to, I guess, pass the torch to the next generation of chess players. Of course, my goal is still to make GM. I plan on making GM, but on top of that, as an organizer, as a promoter, as a chess player from the great city of Atlanta, the state of Georgia, I want not only to see me, but also other people from here become better and successful and really spread just the Georgia name. So that's another cool thing about having a community. Preparation for this tournament, as in like getting everything ready, was literally just 10 out of 10. This honestly was the smoothest tournament I've ever run. It was so easy. Everything went pretty much perfect. Maybe some little things here and there. It was the first time for this kind of event in this area. So that being said, it was just phenomenal. So one thing that I did was the day before I went through, I put everyone's name in WinTD. I double checked all the buys, made sure everyone was in the right situation or whatever they asked for. Put all the IDs in. I even sent an email out at 2 a.m. just welcoming everyone to play, giving them all the important details. That actually it's like saved some people, because one of the addresses somewhere was off slightly, and now everyone knows, and I don't think anyone ended up going to the wrong spot. There actually was somebody who, and there always is one person who, after 10 minutes, 15 minutes of the first round starting, I called them and like, hey, you coming? Hey, are you coming? And then they hit me with the classic, man, I just woke up. What can I do? Or I don't think I'm going to make it today. And for this case, it worked out well, where there was two people who at points didn't show up. One of them actually wasn't going to show up. So I paired those guys together. And I told this guy, hey, if you want to come, I can get you in for round 2. I can even give you a bye first round. And then we ended up talking a bunch, and he ended up being a cool guy to talk to, and actually really taught me a lot about the sponsorship side of organizations and finding locations. And actually, let me get into that a little bit. So for sponsorship side, like something I learned from him is when talking to a company, don't say we'll do this forever. Give it a 1-year time frame. That way you have room to negotiate, especially if you're seeing an increase in sales or an increase in, notoriety. And that made a lot of sense to me. And it also shows when you're negotiating with a potential sponsor, you're taking this very seriously too. Like, it's not just, hey, I want money from you. It's like, hey, I'm going to give you a lot of advertising, and a year from now, I'm going to give you even more advertising than you thought you were going to get. So I am prepared to ask for a raise in 1 year. And that shows a serious level of commitment and belief in your product. And this is something that I think we're definitely going to try to improve on for the second tournament a month from now. Just talking to companies, trying to get other companies involved, putting their names here, putting their products here. It's something that's very new for me, and you really don't see it in the chess world so much, just having sponsors. Like, that's actually something I saw in Europe a lot. Like, Italy had a bunch of sponsors, a bunch of different people, posters everywhere. So that's something that we definitely want to work on. Actually, there already were some companies that reached out, some people that reached out saying that they want to be part of this. So that's something that we're going to have to pursue. And something that I've learned from doing this event is a lot of it is up to you. If you don't pursue it, it's not going to happen. But if you do pursue it, it can become a reality. So if you have something in mind, if you see a good opportunity, really push for it and make it happen. Because a good idea isn't something good unless it actually gets executed and turned into reality. So that is something that I have seen in a tie into probably later on, but with stand-up comedy. Anyone can do it. You just have to decide to do it. And then it's really up to you to learn how, there's no book on how to be a comedian or on what to do to become a better comedian. I mean, there's some things here and there, but a lot of it is just observation, trial and error. And that's something that really, something nice that came out of this conversation that I'm glad happened. And it's all because I let this guy take the first round off and come back and join the tournament. Now, what else? There's so many happy people. A lot of people were, thank you for doing this. Moms are all about this. They were so happy. Another thing with this is I actually have so many pictures from this event. I have one photographer who had 140 pictures. I have another photographer who has 200 pictures. Another photographer who has 15 pictures. So, I mean, it's great. It's wonderful. I just don't know what to do with all these pictures. And it's not even they're just pictures. These are top quality, some of the best quality pictures I've seen in my life. These are legit professional pictures. Either of these people can literally, anytime they want, be a photographer for our event. I even had another photographer who I hit up last minute and said he would have loved to do it, but he was out of town. So we have literally 3 professional photographers for these events. I don't know what to do with all of them or what to do with all the pictures, but it's great and it's really nice to see, and it's great to see the community just really getting behind this event. Now, one cool story, one of many cool stories that came from this event, is I had this one mom who emailed me like the day before, like, "Hey, I signed up for something something, and I should pay you $30 instead of 50. I signed up way before." And I was really patient with her. I was like, "Show me any proof you signed up before, and I will give you the discount." I just asked her to show me proof, and then she got like kind of upset. She was like, "Okay, maybe we won't play or something something," and then she like made fun of the website, made fun of the professionalism of the website. And I mean, I just rolled with it. I didn't engage. I kept it really nice, really cordial. I said, "We would love to have you." And then at the end, I ended it by saying, "Okay, I understand there's a confusion this time. I will let you pay the cheaper entry fee, the earlier entry fee. And then next time, I don't expect any confusion because now you know what to do." And then the next morning, she comes and hands me $20 because she asked her son and she checked. And apparently, she signed up for the wrong tournament and was confused about that. And I think the fact that I kept it very cool, very mellow, very non-confrontational, it just made her really apologetic about it. And she was like, "We will definitely be here at more tournaments." Her son is a good chess player, has a lot of potential. So, I mean, I would never want to get in the way of this kid becoming a better chess player on top. So it was really just a win-win, but also just a good way to show that customer service, being patient, and accommodating customers is a very important skill, and it's something that I've learned will always help long term for your events. The more regulars, the more good vibes that you can give people who come, the more people that will come back. So I really, really, really am trying to take this mentality and add it to the Tuesday night events where those aren't doing so well, and I really am trying to find a way to make those better. So that's pretty much it from the East Atlanta chess tournament kind of side, the setting up a tournament, having volunteers for the tournament, which we had so many volunteers. There are so many white people who want to just help and spend their time helping. It's really sweet. It's really nice. But the funny part about running a tournament is it's really easy. And aside from setting up and cleaning up, the middle, like me and Carter, me and my friend can easily do that. Like I don't even think my friend had to do anything. He did some really good analysis with people. He was helping other people, kind of more like as a mentor, as a teacher on the side. And I was more on the running the tournament and making sure everything ran smooth kind of side. And it's a very good yin yang complementary kind of thing. And I think that's another big reason that people had so much fun. It's just Carter was always there to talk to people or to help them with their games or just I guess socialize with them. And I am socializing less, but I did do socializing, and that'll be a whole other thing for later in this podcast. So that's it for the tournament side. Now I want to talk about preparation and kind of the side of being a professional chess player, a serious chess player. So when it comes to preparation, I think it is very, very, very important to have a group of people. Okay, once again, a community of people trying to get better, trying to improve. Like I had a training match today. It was great. We talked about the games. I got to discuss some ideas with him in the opening. And then next week we're gonna go look over our games, try to bring stuff new stuff to the table, and just keep working on our craft. And having multiple people like that is very good for your development as a chess player. But now this is the big thing that I think I need to amend, or at least be very strict on. When it comes to actually performing in a chess tournament, when it comes to actually being there, when it comes to putting in all this time, putting in all this money, I need to be more of a lone wolf. That means you don't get distracted. That means you don't go to dinner with 10 people and have to coordinate all this different hoopla. That means when people are like, we should do something, you don't say yes to these people. And I have a very specific story that I remember, and it really sticks to my mind. It's so, visceral in my head, and this is basically how it goes. So I think I lose a tough game, or no, I draw a game that I should have. I played down. Honestly, I should have lost it, but I escaped with the draw, so I was happy. And then people want to go out to dinner, and I say no. I'm not going out to dinner. I don't want to go. I need to, keep practicing, keep looking at my stuff. And something else that was frustrating about this was, and I think this is very important, when you're playing in a chess tournament, don't overdo opening preparation. Because I remember I was sitting there looking at some Stonewall Dutch stuff and just racking my head again and again and again. It's like, I can't figure out how to do this. I think during the tournament, okay, do a little opening preparation or some stuff before the game or for your opponents. But aside from that, I would say like read a book, watch a documentary or something. Like try to just learn, keep your mind engaged, but don't be hitting a brick wall and being like, I don't know what to do here. What if I get this next round? Like all the preparation you do for openings, like 95% should be done before the tournament starts. And then during the tournament, I think it's very important to just be in a good mood, just be happy, just kind of go through some ideas, just flow through a bunch of ideas. That way, when you're playing, you have a very open mind to the position. So back to this story. So basically, I am going through the Stonewall Dutch stuck, and these people want to go to dinner, and I remember saying adamantly like, no, I'm not gonna go, and then everyone gets sad. They're like, oh, he's not going to go. No, we're not going to go. We're not going to do anything. And I just see these guys just fumbling, just straight up fumbling for 5 minutes. Not sure what to do, not sure where to go. Like, they still wanted to go. But now they were just, like, almost in a disarray. Like, it's not like Zubat used confusion, and now these guys had no idea what they're doing. And then I just felt bad. And then I was like, all right, fine, I'll go. We can go. Let's go. And then, of course, everyone gets happy and blah, 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 and everything's great. And then, okay, it was like, I'm not going to drink. At least, okay, I'll go have dinner. And I'm pretty sure at this point I already ate too, so I wasn't even hungry. So I go there to accompany everyone. I order nachos, eat half the nachos, saved half for later. And then, of course, and I didn't drink, but out of nowhere, bartender says, hey, we got a free drink. You want one? Someone want this? And no one said anything. I was like, well, we can't waste free alcohol. So I ended up drinking this drink. It was like a gin and tonic. It wasn't like something crazy. It's not like I got super sauced or anything, or I even got like drunk or anything. It's just, I just felt my character and my plan completely flip or turn upside down in the span of one day. And I was really racking my head for this tournament, like what really happened, because like I started out so well, and then all of a sudden, like I find myself in the hole, or like I find myself just like, how did I get here? Like I beat a GM, I played literally a beautiful game, like one of the sexiest games you will ever see, and then all of a sudden I lose, and I'm just like actually it wasn't even that bad. I lost, and then I drew a strong player, and then I think I lost after that. That actually, the win against the GM was the last win I had in that tournament. I got 2 wins, I think a draw, and then I lost, and then dropped out. But the shift of me going from starting well to, I don't know, not doing so well happened that day, where I was just like, oh man, I should have won. I'm stuck. I don't want to go out. And then, I don't know, just like sacrificing for other people to go out. So now my new philosophy is really like, tournament, I will go downstairs, I will play my game, I will come upstairs, and I will read a book. If it comes to food, honestly, I'm just going to order food for myself. Like, I also don't like this whole, and it's really nice and it's really sweet of my friends being like, all right, who wants food? I'll order food for everyone. Let me do this, let me do that. And I got to worry about who am I going to pay back? Who am I going to do this? Or when do I have to get this guy back? Or really the big nightmare is if one person buys food for everyone, now it's almost unwritten that one meal you're going to buy food for everyone. And I'm not trying to drop $150 on food. Just because you're going to do it doesn't mean that I have to do it. I'm completely happy dropping $15, $20 on food and letting that last the whole day. Because that's another thing with me. Like, if I get like a biryani, for example, that's food for 2 meals, sometimes even 3. For most people or other people, like, they're eating 3 actual meals a day. So it doesn't even make sense for me to sync up with these guys in terms of eating. So really, and once again, like, I love my friends. I really would do anything for my friends. But I cannot keep sacrificing tournaments, money, time, energy, and just coming out in a losing position in a matter of terms. So I think it is very important to train and prepare and to strive to be good in a wolf pack kind of method, we're going to do this together community method. But when it comes to playing, when it comes to tournaments, like just keep it simple, man. We don't have to do this and that. All I want to do is read a book, watch something nice, easy, relax, get my mind stimulated, but no exertion, no like even with these guys, like coordinating 10 people and where you want to eat food is like a whole 1 hour kind of, I don't know, like mini rapid game. Like we gotta decide this. This guy likes Indian food. This guy is vegetarian. This guy is vegan. This guy's pescatarian. This guy doesn't want to go here. This one person doesn't leave. It's like, oh my, and then you can only 4 people can sit together or 6 people can sit together. So now you gotta break up. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, can I just order food, eat in my room, do push-ups, and live happily ever after? Like, I go to the gym. I remember the first day we went to the gym, we worked out, and that was the only day. Because after that, it just like you're on the full swing of things. Like, I do understand in America, you have 2 rounds a day. It's pretty back to back, but a lot of it is extra complications, doing extra things, like making it into a vacation. I am never, ever, ever, ever going to make a chess tournament into a vacation again. That is such a bad way to look at a chess tournament. And even the, okay, if it turns out into vacation kind of mentality is, I think, wrong too. Like, this is business. This is my life. Like, if I need to make Grandmaster, so I can't keep treating these like vacations. 1 game a day, okay, maybe you can have some fun here and there. But once again, like, this is work. Vacation is life outside. Like, vacation is after Grandmaster. Vacation, marriage, kids, everything else is after this. Until then, like, put my head down, focus, and just do what you gotta do, man. All right, so that's kind of it for the kind of preparation side versus execution side. Now, the last thing I want to say for the chess side is I am taking spreadsheets very, very seriously. Opening spreadsheets and opening preparation spreadsheets for my opponents. So everything I'm going to write down, everything I'm going to put down, everything I want to have a plan for. Another thing that I see sometimes with my openings is I have a good idea, intuition, but I'm not specific enough in like, okay, if this happens, like I'm ready for this and this. Or like I've gone through all these lines, I've been systematic, and now I'm ready. So another thing to add to this is with training matches, I'm trying to be regimented and write down what we played that day, how I was feeling, the outtake, the outlook, and what I'm going to improve on or work on. So last thing to say for the chess side of it is just being very professional, very methodical, very on top of things. And this is a very interesting point that I think is a valid point, but different styles are good for different people. Like, I know other people who completely flow. They, like, for example, Timur Gureyev is just a super strong grandmaster, and I think he does have chess files for everything, but a lot of his life is just kind of like, do whatever, go with the flow. But of course, everyone at the highest level is backed by hard work, but then they have different mentalities of what I should do during their tournament. Some people don't sleep, some people party, some people don't party. For me, it's going to be, I am going to treat this like a professional fighter. Like, that is my outlook on chess, on all this different stuff. Like, just like the top level of fighters, none of them are messing around. None of them are goofing off. They are 100% locked in. They do their media obligations. But a lot of them don't drink. They don't smoke. They don't do anything crazy. They're just men. So that's just the best way to put it. Like, if you want to be good, if you want to be the best, you gotta be a man. Or I don't want to be sexist about it. You just gotta be a woman or a man, not a boy or a girl. That's the best way to put it. And then I guess the last thing I want to talk about was trophies, but that honestly doesn't even fit here. That's more for the students. So that's gonna wrap up the chess section of episode 30. Next, I'm gonna get into the student section.